Green zone! Green zone! Green zone! Green zone! Green zone!
Hello and welcome to the Grass is Greener Zoomcast with our awesome Dartmouth track and field and cross country staff. This is our last episode of our Zoomcast for the 2021 year. And we are super excited to move on and give you a little bit about what we're expecting for this coming season, what we're looking forward to with our new team. And of course, as we transition to the summer and to the fall and what you all can get excited about as we move forward with the beginning of the year. As you see, we have our latest member of our staff here with us, Coach Divya Biswal. Just gonna give you guys a little wave. Coach Biswal is going to, she is actually going to assist Coach Tim Wunderlich with the multis and the horizontal jumps and the vertical jumps as well. So we are super excited to have her. She was a standout athlete at St. Lawrence and went on to be multiple-time All-American. She's an awesome triple jumper and all of Canada. So we're glad to have her leadership, her athleticism, and her competitiveness join with our staff. So today I'm actually going to start with Coach Courtney, and he's going to give us a little bit of what you guys can expect for the women's cross country team in the future.
Sure. I'll say this to start off. We have an amazing history of distance running here at the college, and one of my personal goals is to continue on that trend with the women. So just a little background, the women's team has been to the national championships 13 times, and that is a women's Ivy League record, which is pretty impressive. We have the most appearances at the NCAA level, and 5 of those times we were the only women's team representing the Ivy League. So that is a big point of historical pride for us. We also have had, over the last 5 or so years, 5 women running professionally, which is pretty awesome. Dana Giordano, who's still running for the BAA Adidas. She'll be at the Olympic trials this year in the 5K. She recently ran, I want to say 15:18. I know I mentioned that in an earlier podcast. Helen Schlauchtenhaufen representing Saucony. She's run the 15 Olympic A standard, which is pretty impressive. Abby D'Agostino, we all know. Lexi Pappas, I'm sure many of the listeners here has read her recent book, Greek National 10K record holder. And then Megan Crumpaugh, who was an 800 meter runner for us. And then I think in 2015 or 16, she broke the world DMR indoor record. So we have an amazing history here. And one of my biggest goals is to improve upon that once this COVID pandemic is done. We all know that the Ivy League has not been able to compete over the last year and a half or so, which is pretty amazing. And so my expectations for this first season coming up is more of a reintroduction and kind of a way to have our athletes build that championship culture. And that takes a little bit of time since we've been on pause for a moment. But after this coming academic year, there's this full expectation. I think that's something that's shared with both me as a coach and the team that I work with to regain that kind of top third, top spot here in the Ivy League and go back to nationals on a consistent manner. So there's a lot of excitement over this pandemic. We've had a lot of guest speakers, some of those professional runners that were formerly with Dartmouth coming back and talking to the team. I can tell you there's this very earnest feel to compete and perform well. And I think that's the expectation and some of my thoughts and dreams and wishes that, again, are shared with the team moving forward. So pretty exciting time. And then that's kind of the plan once we're ready to get open and get racing again, man. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're totally excited. I'm ready to get into it as well. And yeah, some big names there, Coach Courtney. Yeah, some big names that we're able to still follow. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, and we'll move on to Coach Wood. So this will be Coach Wood's first competitive men's cross country season here at Dartmouth. So what do you have in store?
Well, first I want to echo some of the same comments that Coach Courtney shared with us. The men's and women's distance programs, their history and tradition parallel in a lot of ways. And, you know, we have focused and we do focus a lot on the incredible history of the individual and team successes. And with that focus comes that immense pride for being a Dartmouth distance athlete. I think it's important to celebrate those successes and use those for a guide for where we want to go. So I think about it, and I talk about the men that we're chasing history, but at the same time, we're looking to make our own. And we'll do that in some new and creative ways. And I think that's, all part of, the direction that we're going with Dartmouth cross country track and field. But I've been talking about moving from being relevant to prominent within the Ivy League and NCAA Division One. We're certainly, relevant at this time and prominent. What that looks like exactly, I don't think I'll go, all through those exact statistics for what our specific goals are, but we're looking to reach a higher level without a doubt. And I think that's just what I'm most excited for is these guys and our team have been working really hard, and I'm excited for them to have an opportunity to prove themselves. And I think that we have many athletes on the team right now that are very different athletes than they were in the winter of 2019. And when we have that opportunity to get back on a cross country course and race, or on an indoor track or on an outdoor track, I expect that they're going to prove themselves and prove that point. And that's going to be exciting for our incoming class, the class of 2025, and all the recruits that we're working with as well are going to be able to see what we've been up to. So that's what I'm excited for. And I feel like our time is around the corner. And, we'll certainly be ready to prove ourselves, when that moment comes.
Yeah, even just being able to see some of your athletes at practices and in person, you can really see the transition and development mentally and physically with everyone. So you've got some depth in that group, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can do in the fall. So thanks, Coach Wood. Coach Chen, what's going on over with the jumps and multis?
Yeah, so I look at this kind of in the alumni perspective. I'm the resident alumni on staff, and my coach at Dartmouth was here for 40 years. And the people that, like Barry, who hired me, was here for 28 years. Sandy was here for 27 years, I feel like. So each time that there's been a big change in the program, it's been an opportunity for our team to get better, just as a whole. And that's something that I've seen as an alumni. And that just makes me really excited about this staff. It's fresh, new. We're a young staff, and we're really motivated, and we want to be good. And I think like that is definitely the nest egg for something really special to happen here. Yeah, I'm just excited about where the team is going to go over the next few years with some of the new ideas that we're bringing. And specifically for my group, I think as jumps and multis, we've had success. We've done well in the league. I want to bring in athletes that are going to score and make an impact with our team right away in the Ivy League. And with that is going to become qualifying people for regionals and nationals early in their college career, which I think that's the trend that the Ivy League is showing right now. And for us to be competitive, that's what we're going to have to do. So that's kind of my goals, is to bring in competitive talent that's going to contribute and make an impact Ivy League, regionally, nationally right away. And I think it's realistic, and I'm excited for it. So, but definitely work to do, and we're going to put in the work. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's always a huge opportunity to really elevate an organization or a program when there's new leadership or there's a turnover, right? You can definitely kind of hit that refresh button and bring out some ideas that you might have always had, right? And set them into motion and keep pushing forward. So that's awesome. Coach Farino, tell us a little bit about the throw side.
Yeah. First, I want to say that, this is such an exciting time in the program with with new leadership and the new energy. It's just energized everybody, and such a great new staff. I'm so pleased to be a part of it. And going on to speaking to the history of the program, I'm very honored to lead the throws program here with the history of Adam Nelson, a gold medalist, and Sean Fury, a multiple-time Olympian, Emily Daly, who was a professional hammer thrower when she left here, and most recently Emmeline Berg, who's been a shot putter here, who's moved forward and gone to the U.S. Championships a couple times. So it's great to kind of follow that up and move forward. I'm excited about the throws group. the group that we have here right now is working hard, pushing each other. Their commitment to excellence is just, it's overwhelming. I love it. You know, they push each other. We're using, you know, the newest science and stuff like that, and just, you know, working hard. You know, we are building a group of people who believe in this program and want to move forward. So my hopes for the future, you know, is to continue to move forward and to, you know, have everyone develop and get better and to compete at that NCAA level. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, that's quite nice to mention a lot of those outstanding throwers that have been through this program. Sometimes I feel like folks forget that people like Adam Nelson and the crew they're Dartmouth alum. They're part of the Big Green family. So really just to highlight those is awesome. And again, as I said with Coach Wood, just being able to see some of your throwers at practice, they're very dedicated, very committed. And they're disciplined on their own. You know, if someone's not looking, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And it's really impressive, really setting the, the precedence for the rest of the team. So very good. Coach Frazier, so you're new with us. So you're part of the new squad with Coach Wood and Coach Biswal and I. So just coming into just even a new atmosphere, a new state, literally, and a new team. What do you hope to bring to Dartmouth?
Of course, I want to make a positive impact on the kids athletically and psychologically as well. But you know, I want to use my energy and my personality to, you know, help encourage, motivate, and push the student athletes to pursue their athletic dreams. And, you know, in doing that, we want to build a culture of dominant sprints and hurdles program. And, you know, and that's helped contribute to the team, the entire team. So we able to win scratch that, not but multiple conference titles. You know, I wanna be able to come out and after that, you know, the goal is to eventually make an appearance at a national level. But I'm just excited to work with the program and just have fun and build a family, something strong. And that's why I'm excited to work with Dartmouth and, you know, make the goal would be to make an immediate impact. So, you know, I want to stick key in on the goal.
Yeah, I laugh a little bit because you said that W word, man. You said that when, you said the T word, you said titles. So championships, that's definitely something that we all talk about internally. And I've said that to many of our current athletes. I say, well, and until you actually let those words come out of your mouth, you know, that's when it becomes a reality. If you can say that, then you're on board and you believe that it can happen. And that's definitely one of our goals, and it should be. And that's the fuel behind what we're doing. So yeah, so thanks for that. And Coach Biswal, the latest member, so new.
Hello.
Hi. You as well, moving to another state, another team, and being able to come and bring your expertise and experience. So tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, so I am so excited to be a part of the Dartmouth team. When I found out Coach Wood got this job, I celebrated because I remembered coming to Dartmouth as an athlete and seeing the tradition that the teams have. So I'm just really excited to be a part of this team. But I think there's a lot of different facets to success. And obviously there's the coaching aspect, which Coach Tim is an amazing coach. So I'm really excited to work with him. But I think that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and there's a huge team that goes behind making a successful athlete or a successful team. And so I hope that I can contribute by being everybody's cheerleader, being a safe space for them to talk to, but also being that person that can give them a reality check. If you didn't perform well, was it because you haven't been trying in practice? And is somebody going to say it to your face? And that's something that I needed as an athlete in college, and I didn't necessarily get it. And so I hope that I can help teach everybody else, and they can learn from my mistakes that I made as an athlete, and I can just create a positive, competitive environment.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's you really are an asset to this group because you bring a different style and a different flavor to it. And I think as everyone's been listening now, one of the greatest things about our staff is that yes, we all believe in this common goal. We're very similar. We're competitive. We're very intelligent. We have a lot of experience, but everybody brings their own style, you know. And I think that's so important when you're dealing with a team like we have, you know, men's and women's team from all different places across the country, all different backgrounds, all different experiences, all different ethnicities, from all different types of families. And I think we represent our team very well in that aspect. And I think we know how to relate with them, you know, and I think that's important. You know, I really do think that's important. And I think our staff really brings that energy. So I've been excited to really work with the staff at large. They've been able to take on my energy and they've been very receptive to everything thus far. And I'm not sugarcoating it just because we're on the Zoomcast, everyone, that is real. And that's something that you look forward to and you really kind of identify when you're entering a new program in a new group. You really are looking to handpick folks who you believe will be on task with you and be able to elevate this group to the next level. And it's one of the many reasons why I believe Dartmouth brought me on board here. They've seen what I've done in the past. They know my background and my experience. And this particular group believes in that. You know, as I said, I laughed when Coach Frazier said, you know, win and championships. And yes, that's at the top, right? That's the icing on the cake. That's the cherry there. And we know that's going to happen because of what we're building and our method of really carrying it out. So we've got great plans. You know, I tell the team, this is a group that's going to do things better than they've ever been done before. We're going to execute. We're going to be on task. We are going to believe and we're going to do everything as one team, one family. And I think that is really our model for the year, because when we do these things together and we move forward, there's so much that we can accomplish and really break barriers there. Me coming in with a background as a sprint and hurdle coach, and I've coached the multis, I've coached the horizontal jumps, and in my past life, believe it or not, Coach Farina, I coached a little bit of the shot put in the jab. We won't talk about that though. But I've really been able to cover all different areas. So thankfully, you know, as a director, I do have an understanding of every event across the board. But really knowing that, you know, track and field athletes, they can be great anywhere. You know, they can be great anywhere, especially a place we've got an indoor track, we've got an outdoor track, we have 2 weight rooms, we have what we need, and we have all the resources. So really looking forward to what this team is going to do. I know a lot of other people are looking forward to in the league, and it's okay to think, you know, we behave as if we have a target on our back. It just keeps us fueled up and ready to roll. So focusing on us, but for anyone else who's listening, thank you for taking this journey with us. Hopefully you'll continue to be able to reach out, you know, email us, text us, call us, and, you know, just keep rooting for us along the way. And hopefully we'll be able to see a lot of you in person soon. So thank you. And thanks for joining us for the Grass is Greener podcast, because here at Dartmouth, the grass is greener, believe it or not.
Dartmouth on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dartmouth!